Last week, we learned about the shepherd's encounter with the angels and with Jesus. This week, we're going to learn about some wise men that God made part of the Jesus story. Some people only see with their eyes, but they don't see with their hearts. The wise men saw with their hearts. That part's found in Matthew chapter 2. We don't know how many wise men there were, but because the Bible mentions 3 gifts, we always assume that there were 3 wise men who were also called magi. The wise men studied the Bible a lot and were waiting eagerly for when Jesus would finally arrive.
You know, I haven't noticed anything new since we saw that shooting star last week.
Me either, and I'm getting hungry and cold.
Look, right there. Don't you see it?
Oh my, I've never seen a star this bright.
Do you think it could be the star?
Yeah, just like the prescription and prophecy said, the star could lead to the new Savior Jesus.
We need to go follow it immediately. I think we should start towards Jerusalem.
The wise men went to see whether or not they could find the baby Jesus. The wise men went to Jerusalem to start looking for Jesus. If you remember, this is where the dirty King Herod was ruler. Chances are he's now heard about these wise men. Let's take a look.
King Herod, I have gathered all the chief priests and your subjects as you requested.
A group of magi from the east has arrived here in Jerusalem. They came to my palace asking to see the King of the Jews. They have come bearing many gifts and wish to worship the King.
Is this not good? Perhaps it is an opportunity to strengthen your realm.
This would normally be great, except they were not referring to me. According to some star in the sky which they have been following for some time now, they are under the impression that some new Jewish king has just been born.
Oh, your wife the queen is having a baby? Congratulations.
No. I mean, it's not my wife. We're not having a son. They're talking about someone else. Now, I want you to tell me, have you heard anything about this new king?
Yes, and according to the prophecies in the scripture of Daniel, this should be taking place at about this time, if indeed it will happen at all. It says in the Bible that people will call him King of all kings.
Outrageous! This is my kingdom, and I am the great king. I can't take this chance. Is there anything in the scriptures that say where the Messiah is to be born?
Christ is to be born in Bethlehem of Judea, as it has been written by the prophet Micah.
What do those scriptures say exactly?
It says, "And you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means least among the leaders of Judah. For out of you shall come forth a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel."
I do not like this. We do not know how this could affect my kingdom and authority. The entire city of Jerusalem is in an uproar. We need to do something in order to maintain the balance of power.
I quite agree. Besides, if he truly was our Messiah, sent by God, he would have been born in the palace. As well, God would have sent a message to the Pharisees in the temple. But this is the first I'm hearing of it. Sounds like someone is playing games in order to take over the kingdom.
Exactly. I want to talk to these wise men privately and try to figure out exactly when this star appeared. That will help us determine how old the child is. Then I will tell them that after they find him, they should come back to me and let me know exactly where I could see him. That way I too could worship this child.
You will go and worship the child.
Of course not. I want to know where we can find this baby so that I can have him killed. I need him dead. There will be no king of the Jews but me if I have anything to say about it. This so-called Messiah must die. Guard, I want you to search the kingdom and find these wise men and bring them back to me.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to go to school.
Are you the Magi that watch the stars in the east?
Yes, we are.
We're following one we think is very important.
Well, King Herod has heard that you were looking for the new Savior and asked that you come to the palace and teach him what you know about this baby.
Yes, of course.
Let's go.
These are the wise men you asked to see, O great King Herod.
Thank you. Now, gentlemen, I have heard stories about your long journey following this star. Please explain it to me.
Well, we've studied the scriptures and watched the skies for a very long time. The other night we saw one that we have waited years to see. It is the signaling of the birth of the promised Messiah and King.
Oh, that sounds very exciting. Please go on.
We know this baby is born in your kingdom. One day he'll be known as King of the Jews.
Really? Really? Well, this certainly sounds like an important event. When you find this child, please come tell me where to find him. I want to worship him myself and bring him gifts just like you.
Yes, we will do what we must.
It was an honor to meet you, King Herod. We must be going now.
Ha ha ha! Yes, I'll find the child all right. And I'll also give him a gift. The gift of murder. Now all I have to do is wait for the wise men to tell me where the baby is, and I can take care of this problem for good.
You truly are clever, great King.
So baby Jesus was in danger of being killed yet again? Yes, he was. But first, the Magi followed the star and found Jesus, who was almost 2 years old by now. The Bible tells us that Mary, Joseph, and Jesus were living in a house. But the star was still in the sky for the Magi to follow. When they arrived, they worshipped Jesus and gave him their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
It was an honor to meet you, Messiah.
Bye-bye, Jesus.
We have truly just seen the King of Kings. We have beheld his glory.
We could have brought all our treasures and given it to the Christ child, and would still not have enough.
That's right. This child is very great, and I believe he will do something very important, which will change the world in some way.
Many rulers, especially King Herod, would not appreciate this.
That's right. This is why we must return home by another way.
I fear this. No, I thought we were going to report back to King Herod.
I had a dream last night. God warned me in this dream not to return to Herod. I believe this king wants to harm the Christ child. I'm sure he sees Jesus as an enemy to his new empire.
I fear this child's life will meet with an untimely death.
Perhaps. But if so, there will be a purpose. The mystery of Jesus' birth will most likely be revealed at his death.
Of course, baby Jesus was safe, because his time had not yet come, because Jesus was born with a great purpose. The Magi went back to their own country, and Joseph was told in a dream to escape to Egypt. Meanwhile, when King Herod realized that the Magi had no intention of reporting back to him, Herod sent his army into the Bethlehem area to kill all the baby boys under the age of 2. So God saved Jesus' life yet again. Once King Herod had died, Joseph was told in yet another dream that it was now safe to return to Israel, to live in the city of Nazareth, where Jesus would then grow up.
Jesus was born into this world so that he could die for us, our sins. At the proper time, Jesus rose again, conquering his sins. So when you choose to believe in him, you can have an eternal life with him in heaven, and that's why his birth is so important. And why God loves us. And Jesus is the best Christmas present ever, right?
Right.
And that is exactly why we celebrate his birth.
Let's pray, guys. Dear God, thank you for bringing us out to Teamkid today and for the play that we got to see and the teachers that are here to teach. Please help us all to learn the lesson as you want us to today and that we would carry it out through this week. and that we would follow and search out for you in our lives just like the wise men do. Thank you very